This meeting is being recorded.
Ja, det skulle egentlig hatt den opp og hatt den
Yeah.
på Spotify og blitt famous.
True. So yeah, I'm freestyling, and freestyling is awesome. And this this case study is gonna be about you, Eirik, and who you are, because I've known you for a year and a half now. No, a little less than a year and a half, a year and 3 months maybe.
Yeah, something like that. Probably May last year.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
now it's September.
Yes, and then we started working 1 year and a month ago, and a lot's been happening. But first of all, can you tell everyone who's watching who you are and what do you do? Who is Eilish?
Yeah, who I was before or who I am just now, or general.
Who are you right now?
Yeah, depends on who is asking, but yeah, I guess I'm Eiriks, a Norwegian guy, 29 years old, love to be in nature, and love self-development, and have a lot of hobbies related to that. And yeah, trying to be a coach at the moment to coach people about breathwork and meditation, and how that could help them feel more happy, and also how to develop themselves, how to transform their life, either is from healing themselves or just going from where they feel stuck to feeling even better. And also I'm a nature guide part-time sometimes.
That's interesting. And what inspired you to do the coaching that you're now doing?
First I had like some coach 2 years ago, and that just made the ball roll a little bit just to get a taste. And then I just have some transformational realization, mostly with meditation and breathwork, which really just realized that I'm just limiting my life and can do much more. And it's just a lot of fear that's stopping me, really. So I just started to just be much more interesting in what this can do for others. And I also just research a lot. What is breathwork and and different methods and why it works and so on and so on. And then I hired a breathwork coach just before I actually started working with you. And then I learned more, and then I just realized I can actually also teach this. I just need to be more sure of myself, and therefore I wanted to be more sure socially, be more comfortable socially first. And when you just talk about this being authentic, vulnerable, I just thought, this probably, maybe this is the way I can be more comfortable on myself. Because I felt that that was the main thing that was stopping me from being a breathwork coach or some other type of coach related to breathing or self-development. Was that I was so unsure about myself. I had so much fear around. I couldn't trust myself to coach other people. So therefore, like, okay, maybe Edin could help me to be more comfortable in myself. because I was a little bit confused first what he really was, if it was dating coach or an authentic coach that just say what he wants. And with them coming to realize you are sort of both or a version of that.
Yeah.
And maybe you also are on a journey to actually know what you actually are.
Yeah.
So, and then I started working with you. Firstly, I waited a little bit because I felt that was a little bit weird situation. I was going to move to Australia, and that was mostly on my mind. But you had that good offerings, but I said, why not just make us take it a little bit later? And then just started. First, you told me about cold approaching, and I have, of course, seen a lot of that on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I always thought I should do that one day. And I was just seeing these videos maybe for 4 or 5 years before
4 or 5 years
met
ago.
you.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not a big deal. I, of course, can do it, but of course, I had actually so much fear around it. I had never really done it. But then some days after I landed in Australia, I thought, this today I'm gonna talk to some girls. I first had a huge number. I'm gonna talk to 10 girls at the first day, and the thing that happened was that I just walked around in the city for 5, 6 hours,
Yeah.
just trying to make myself approach. And after just being actually pretty hard on myself, being disappointed why didn't I do that, I just fuck it. I just went on it and just talked to this cute French lady, and I actually got her Instagram
First
on my first approach.
Yeah.
Then I felt, oh, yeah, that was pretty good. And yeah, and later that day, I tried to approach one more, but it was like half, was almost not the approach. It was like, hey, and I think you're cute, or and
Yeah.
she,
Like a compliment. You were just giving her a compliment on the while
yeah, but
walking.
I didn't quite say it properly. Even I don't even remember if I actually said it. And yeah, then I just got that victory, even though it wasn't 10 approaches, it was at least something, and it was my first. And yeah, then it was like many weeks that it was just a little bit on and off approaching, and I just approached more slowly and slowly, more and more. And you had a plan on how we are gonna do it, and building up. And we also have some useful meditations to let go of the feelings, to make it more easy to handle, instead of my mind just makes up weird stories. And yeah, then I just become better and better to the point where it was still scary, but I could actually almost have a fun conversation out of it.
Actually enjoy it.
Yeah, almost. Or yeah, was also a lot of stress. And then I had like a big break when I come back to Norway to approach. And I didn't really approach much for good half a year almost. I did approach a little bit. But then I had a session with you when I met you one to one, person to person, and also had this limiting belief that you can do the same in Norway, and it was nice to have a Norwegian guy actually also see that it's can be normal and it can not be that big of a deal. And yeah, then we do 2 sessions in Oslo on different times, and that definitely helped. And I slowly become more and more into it. And the last August, really, we had this boot camp,
Mm.
and then I really could have some breakthroughs, like approaching. I don't really know how many girls in a day, but probably 30, maybe more, maybe 40.
Mm.
I don't really know the number. Yeah, but then I really become comfortable with the uncomfortable and expose myself.
Mm.
And see, it's nothing bad is going to happen even if you approach 100 girls in a weekend. I didn't really experience anything that should worry anybody new to this. And you also saw me person to person some issues that we had probably was the main issues of me not getting a result was some that I actually when I was do day game I was this character like, hey,
Yeah,
I think I saw you there, and almost be this clown. And instead
yeah,
of being authentic and just say, hey, like it's normal, like this girl is also my friend almost, or not friend, but it's nothing,
just a person. Yeah,
just
just
a person.
meeting a person, and not this game or not this like uh, thing that you do. Just you're just yourself, and you see the girl, and you just say hi.
Yeah, not them not doing this. I'm trying to oppress her, becoming this guy that's,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and yeah, you did experience that breakthrough. That was awesome.
Yeah, after that, I just felt it wasn't just more enjoyable. And I also felt it was very positive reaction.
Mm.
And recently, I would just try more. Also, I approached a lot last weekend. I probably approached like 50 girls in the weekend in
Yeah,
Oslo.
yeah, that was a huge one in Norway. You did some approaches with a lot of girls, and you had a lot of fun. That was so cool to see that
Yeah,
you
it
had.
was cool to see that they can do it in Norway. It's not anything different.
No.
And I come even more comfortable with everything, exposing myself.
Mm.
And even though most of them was rejection, they were mostly positive reaction.
Mm.
Most of the girls were like almost smiling, even though they like, I'm good, or I have a boyfriend, or whatever they said. And yeah, also it's really a great way to explore yourself, to actually be okay with getting rejected, okay with saying what you want to say.
Mm.
And basically, I killed much of my ego related to that, and
Mm.
that's very useful. Also, from when it comes to other areas of life, like business or
Yeah.
other time things like socially general or
You were
yeah.
also mentioning something with your family when you were up north in Norway. How would you say that you're transformed as a person, as a man, on this journey um, that we went through, that you explained right now, that you experienced?
Yeah, I guess there, I think you mean like how I was more comfortable of saying what I meant or what I want, and be okay with saying something that before would be very uncomfortable
Mm,
to say. There was
mm,
one family member that really had disrespected me,
mm,
and I just told her that this was not okay,
mm,
and yeah, it's will be much worse to not say that in the long run
mm.
than just saying it and be done with it. Maybe she didn't, maybe she hates me, but that's okay. And it will be much worse that she just walk over me and disrespect me because it was something really unusual how she acted.
Yeah, you assert yourself more with boundaries, and you demand respect from other people because you also respect other people yourself. And for you now, you're more comfortable with that, with setting boundaries, with demanding respect from others as well, and essentially being yourself, saying what you really want to say and doing what you really want to do. Um,
Yeah, be more okay with saying what I want to do and also be more stable in myself
mm,
and don't take things so seriously.
mm.
Before I was a really serious person, and it's nice to also not be so serious, not take everything so seriously,
How is that?
and much more fun, of course, but also much more peaceful and
How is it?
enjoyable.
Can you give an example when you take yourself less seriously, or can you give an example of a situation where you in the past would take that more seriously and now less?
Yeah, basically everything I'm more or less seriously. Uh, I guess the most perfect example is socially. Before I like overthink like maybe I should walk there and talk to this person before I talk to this person, and playing this mind game with nobody actually care, nobody really notice anyways, and just making my life miserable and boring.
Mm,
And now we are just yeah doesn't really try so much
mm.
and calm much more down, and then I can also listen much more to what other people are saying and actually have a normal conversation.
Yeah, because you're not in your mind, you're present. You don't try to fix the situation because you're more peaceful with it, more aligned with the situation.
Yeah, and of
Well,
course that makes it much more enjoyable
mm,
for both the person I'm talking to and me.
mm,
And also, like you said, an important thing, being more present. And I'm much more present now than before. And that's almost the most important thing for me, being
mm.
more present.
Hmm. Hmm. Now that's interesting because we were talking about my coaching. Is it dating? Is it authenticity? Um, what is your honest experience of working with me, and what would you say is the let's take that question first so I don't ask you two questions in the same question. What is your honest experience of working with me?
Well, I will say it is something definitely related to dating, but on a deeper level, it's also to find yourself and your inner self. If you are, especially if you are into spirituality and being present
Mm,
and being authentic, of course, is a big theme here. Not try to hide yourself from yourself and
mm,
not hide yourself from other, and especially towards girls.
mm, mm, mm. When you say don't hide yourself, in what way have you changed from before?
Well, before I haven't really complimented a girl even before the program, and now I think that's quite easy, to be honest.
Mm,
And yeah,
yeah. Hmm. Do you think it's been worth it?
yeah, definitely.
What would you say is the most you got out of it? This is interesting. Like this last year and a half. Uh, yeah, you mentioned presence. Would you say that is the most important growth that you've had, or would you mention something else?
I will say present is the most important inner goal and the most goal that will make things easier that I haven't noticed. Of course, being present just makes everything easier,
Mm,
but being more socially comfortable in general will definitely make my business as a coach possible instead of feeling it's couldn't really be possible before
mm,
because I was so uncomfortable to talk to strangers at that. I can't really see how it could be possible a year ago.
mm,
So that's the most practical thing I've seen so far
mm,
that I
mm,
can see already.
mm. So becoming more present is not only helping your inner peace and joy in life, but also in a practical sense, you're more comfortable with people and especially with your business and of course when you're meeting girls, you are more present. You're more paying attention, and uh, this goes hand in hand with what you want to do for the future. Um, and uh, and for the future, what are your plans? So, Eirik, in 1 year or in 2 years, like or 6 months even, like what's your what's your plan for the future for your dating and also your business?
For my business, I'm starting to make more content to show what my value as a breathwork can bring to people, and I'm starting to realize who I can come to that goal of bringing out customers. I just need more practice on sales calls and bring more quality content to the world. And I want to make this type of brand type thing where I am a breathwork meditation coach to heal or expand a vision. And of course, I love nature, so I'm gonna bring nature into it. And maybe in the far future, in a year or two, I will host some retreat, or maybe also in not even very far distant future, I will hold some workshops. I'm already planning with some friend of mine to have a workshop in October. That can be some training there.
Online or
What?
Online or offline workshop?
Offline workshop. Yeah.
And so if anyone's watching and wants to join this workshop, where will it be? Where in the world?
Yeah, it's not quite decided, but I guess it's gonna be in Sæbø in Sunnmøre, not far from Ørsta.
Okay,
Close
so
to Jørenfjorden, in
northwest,
middle of October.
yeah, northwest in Norway. So if you want to join this breathwork workshop in October, then come to the beautiful nature of Sæbø, which is in northwest of Norway.
Yeah, come here and explore the power of breathwork, and we're also gonna have sauna experience with cold exposure.
Ooh. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's exciting, man. And how about your dating? What is your future plans for dating?
Well, I'm not quite sure, but what I'm starting to enjoy more and explore more is just to give good vibes, like give good giveaway energy, like give compliment to this girl, just because I feel when I do that, I really feel good energy towards myself. I almost get high, basically. So then I can more easily starting to like it more and enjoy it. Not to actually get girls, but just the experience. To just do that because instead of take a cigarette, as many people do, instead of to get a dopamine shot, I can maybe just go on the airport or whatever I'm doing and oh, I think you look really good today. I love your hair and face and or something. And not take that so seriously, basically.
So you found something that you find very enjoyable that also inspires you, challenges you, and also gives to the world, really gives good vibes, good energy, and whatever you give to someone else, you're also giving to yourself.
Yeah, old saying say that giving, you got to receive back.
Yes, that is true. Yeah, anything else that you would like to share?
Yeah, also you have helped me starting to go through the process of being a coach. Like, he was the first one that really made me take some actionable steps, like message people on Facebook, take a call
Mm.
and how that works.
Mm.
So that also helped.
Mm. Yeah, man. You have something great that you can share with the world. So there is no time to waste. People need it, and we already see in the calls that you're having that people are interested and they need it. So we're gonna work on the sales as well, and looking forward when you're getting your first paid clients, so that
Yeah, I felt I was very close on Tuesday.
yeah,
He was interested, but he didn't have much money.
yeah, yeah, that also happens. Um, No, man, that's cool. You are also an inspiring character, and it's very fun to follow you on your journey. And I'm very excited about what's gonna come because you're having breakthroughs in both your dating and your business. So what's gonna happen now in the future, we'll see. I'm very excited at least. And
Yeah,
yes, if anyone's still watching, then check out Eirik. I'll put his socials in the link, and have a beautiful day.